The federal government is a government of enumerated powers.
This particular clip from one of the Supreme Court justices is very useful for those newly being introduced to very substantive things, no matter how young or old you are. This clip provides a clarity that would also not fail those who are readily aware of certain principles, constitutional ones, the foundational principles of the invisible strings that affects you and I, which are the things written on a piece of paper. This clip also clarifies a lot of misnomers carried by many people who use certain buzzwords, that particular term, sovereign or sovereignty. That word itself is extremely simple once you get it. And to simplify it, here is a very good clip that clarifies it based on the same thing that's been shown in this channel for a few years now. Information can be said in many different ways by the same party. The beauty of the elasticity in the human mind is you might have to sometimes hear it from someone else, the same principle to then click.
The federal government is a government of enumerated powers. Again, if you go back to Article 1, all legislative power herein granted, there follows a list. And those are the powers granted to the federal government to make laws in. That's it. That's it. It's limited government. The rest, as you know, the 9th and the 10th Amendments, send everything else back to the people and to the states. Because, as Wilson reminds us, the people are ultimately the sovereigns in this system. The federal government isn't king, isn't the sovereign. The state government isn't sovereign. The people are the sovereign. And they've given certain of their powers to the federal government, they've given others to the states, and what is given to neither remains with the people. The people are ultimately the sovereigns in this system. The federal government isn't king, isn't the sovereign. The state government isn't sovereign. The people are the sovereign. And they've given certain of their powers to the federal government, they've given others to the states, and what is given to neither remains with the people.
When this basic principle is forgotten, buzzwords such as sovereign immunity, prosecutorial immunities, qualified immunity, and 11th Amendment will be brought up as loopholes by those who you afforded power because you have truly forgotten the substance of how things are meant to be ran. When these foundational principles are forgotten, the most the everyday man can do is just to yell and scream that they are sovereign, while dipping themselves deeper into the sauce of serfdom without knowing the function and organization of the power that they have relative to others. It's best that you know it, and it's best that those who are coming after you are taught these basic principles. Because what we think we are suffering from here now in today's world is going to be very small compared to what our children in the future will be. If we here now are not aware of how the world works,